I look back on this amazing evening, I can't help but think of myself, who the hell are you people? Where do you get the nerve to make fun of me? What have you ever done? You know who I am? I'm William Tiberius Shatner. Damn right. I've saved the universe hundreds of times. I've created characters that will stand the test of time. I've been to space.
Comedy legend Joan Rivers. I had a coupon to your goddamn plastic.
Oh, yeah, shut up. I know this must be a roast. Hello, ha-ha. But let me just tell you something. I am disgusted. And I am appalled by what I have witnessed here tonight. I have been a comic for more than 40 years. 40 years. Yes. And after hearing the filth that came out of your disgusting, filthy mouths, I am embarrassed for my profession. I respect my craft. And tonight I watched all of you defile it with vulgarity. You took a comedy legend and you destroyed this poor son of a bitch. Can you hear that, Carl? You used to work clean. Do you remember that at all? What'd you say tonight? You said shit? You said cunt? You never said that in your routines. You say that for Homer when the synagogue called for money. I'm just sick of this. I'm ashamed. And Kathy Griffin. You know what you are, darling? You are a thief. Yes, you stole my act. You stole my gaze, and you stole the face of the Burger King. I am not happy with this. Which brings me to Brad Garrett. Brad, you have the nerve to criticize me. The only thing lower than your show's rating is a Carl Reiner's ball. Show him, Carl. Wake him up. And now I guess I have to talk about you, honey. Oh, who the are you? Whitney came to me all sweet. I want your advice. I'm a young comedian. I want your... I'll give you advice. I'll give you the same advice I gave to David Carradine. Hang in there. Now... And speaking of men in fishnets, I love that transition. What am I going to say to you, Mario? Welcome to the dais. Dorothy, you're not in Ken's ass anymore. You're in the big time. You took a shit last week and Rock Hudson came out. I mean, who's left? Greg? When they said to me, Greg Giraldo is gonna be on the show, I said, and who the f is Greg Giraldo? And then I thought, this is wrong. And I went and I Googled you. And you know what Google said? Who the f is Greg Giraldo? But I thank you for coming. Which brings us to Gilbert Gottfried. I am a 76-year-old woman. I sat there. I haven't got that much fucking time left. Your set was longer than Bernie Madoff's prison sentence. I mean, on. Open your f***ing eyes. The audience is leaving, you ass. Sick of you. You are loud. You are obnoxious. You make me ashamed to be Jewish. I have become a Jew hater tonight. Do you know what I'm going to do? Do you know what I'm going to do when I leave here? I am going to go to Malibu, and I'm going to give Mel Gibson a job. That's how much I hate you. That's how much I hate you. I was going to make an announcement. announcing tonight that I was going to retire. This was going to be it for me. I wanted to spend my golden years with my wonderful daughter, Melissa, my beloved grandson, Cooper. I was just going to sit back. But after tonight's show, no, I cannot leave comedy in the hands of these untalented people. No, comedy, and I say this with humility, comedy needs me. Comedy needs me. Yes. Down. Comedy needs Joan Rivers. And even more than comedy, and I say this, America needs Joan Rivers. Yes, America needs Joan. Will you cue the f***ing flag, please? Thank you. America needs Joan Rivers. And that is why, tonight, I swear to you, I am going to keep comedy forever going in this country. I will not retire, do you understand me? I plan to be around for the next 100 years, just like herpes. When you least expect it, I will be there. As long as there are body parts, I will be there. I will get arms, I will get legs. These are already at Chastity Bono's breasts. I am going to be there. Take a good look at this face, America. Give me a close-up. Not that close. Get back, you asshole. This is the face of comedy. And just like our flag behind me, this face has been battered. This face has been burnt. This face has been spat on. But I am proud to say, just like our flag in its lifetime, this face also has had 50 stars on it. Come on, Carl. Let's go home. Do you remember where you live? Thank you all. And God bless America. And good night.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What a night. Thank you, John. This is the longest John Stamos has gone without putting his cock in a desperate actress. Yeah, you know, they say the measure of a man is judged by the company he keeps. I'm fucked. Greg Giraldo, you should be a bigger star. You should be much bigger. You have more talent in your little finger. Oh, sorry, that's your dick. Jeff Garlin is a very funny fuck. I'm sorry, last minute changes, I apologize. Jeff Garlin is a very fat fuck. Jeff's so fat. His last comedy special was shot in IMAX. Norm Macdonald, Norm, you're the funniest man I know. Because these are the other people that I know. Norm is such a horrible gambler, he bet that John Lovitz would be funny tonight. Okay, now I'd like to say a few words about Susie's vagina. I don't want to say that her vagina is foul, but it has a beak and feathers. In fact, her vagina got a job last year as the monster in Cloverfield. Brian Posehn, am I saying it right? Is it Brian? Look at that face. Did any other lesbians survive the fire? Which brings us to John Lovitz. John, your act is like masturbation. You're the only one who enjoys it, and you should be arrested for doing it in public. But I love you, John Stamos. Cloris Leachman, it's truly an honor to have you here. Cloris was very hard to get for this roast because she communicates by telegraph. Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert. Why are you always squinting? Seriously, it's like you're staring at an eclipse. I'm sorry, it's your career. Look at you. That's the face of a pedophile. What better way to lure a kid into a van than to use the parrot voice from Aladdin? Jim Norton, you look like something that just got burned off Stamos's cock. You are the most repugnant creature I've ever seen. You look like a mongoloid fucked an iguana. And then there's my good friend, John Stamos. He's so handsome. Even his dick has a great hairline. During Full House, John's dick had a mullet. In the 80s, there were two things every actress wanted to be on: the Love Boat and John Stamos' cock. Neither helped your career, but at least the Love Boat didn't try to fuck you in the ass. That would have been exciting and new. I love you, Jesse. This honestly has been quite a night. I was concerned because it's hard to make fun of my friends and the people I love, but luckily none of them are here. And it's really, truly, it's really great to be honored and to be part of a hit show. And I know this is going to be a hit show because I'm on it and we're going to edit out John Lovitz. Because that's what I do. I star in monster TV shows and I cut out the lame parts, you talentless white motherfuckers. So in summation, and I mean this to all of you from the bottom of my heart, fuck you all and suck my $100 million cock. Good night, and thank you.
How's the hair? Hair's good? Hair's good? Okay. You know, thank you so much. I appreciate that. The only thing that really hurts my feelings about tonight is that you people just weren't funny. And I gave you so much to work with. You could have said something like, Shatner's such a cheap Jew, he only beamed himself up after 7 when the rates are lower. See, that's funny. That's why I have a level of success. Success that, based on what I've seen tonight, none of you will ever achieve. All right? Well, unless Lisa Lampanelli wins the Kentucky Derby, then you have success. You see, I'm a humble man. I don't like to toot my own horn. But the proudest moments of my career are the charitable works I've done to help the poor and the homeless and the indigent. Michelle and George know them as Star Treks 3 through 6. George, Michelle, it's really great to see you. Because of our work together on the bridge of the fabled Enterprise, it broke a lot of stereotypes. Not only did we take a chance and allow an Asian gentleman to drive, we had a black woman sitting in front of a large screen who didn't yell things at it. George, I had no idea it would be so rough on you tonight. They really ripped you a new one. I'm sure you'll find use for it. The guy's been trying to suck my cock for 40 years. George, for the last time, I will not let you suck my cock. And Michelle, thank you very much. And Greg Giraldo, you don't matter. You're inconsequential, you're nothing but a faceless drone. If this were an episode of Star Trek, you'd be wearing a red shirt and would have been killed by now. That's right. Kevin Pollak, I'm glad my vast talents have been able to make you rich. You've gotten more out of doing me than any woman I've ever slept with, and that includes your wife. So good for you. Fred Willard, I've been watching your career for many years, and I can honestly say, I don't get it. You're just so dry. If you were any drier, you'd be in Betty White's underwear. And of course, Lisa, you are one supremely funny lady. But you'd be a much better performer if every time you got on a roll, you didn't stop to eat it. Patton Oswalt, this guy's like a stalker. He wanted to get so close to me that he shoved my action figure up his ass. He's such a hardcore geek, he didn't even take it out of the box. But I'll sign it for $150 anyway. Which brings me to our host, Jason Alexander, thank you so much. Your work here is done, my friend. Jason said he was inspired by me. Why is everyone who's inspired by me such a fat fucking loser? I don't know. You know, I look back on this amazing evening, and I can't help but think to myself, who the hell are you people? Where do you get the nerve to make fun of me? What have you ever done? You know who I am? I'm William Tiberius Shatner. Damn right. I've saved the universe hundreds of times. I've created characters that will stand the test of time. I've been to space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. The 5-year mission to seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Home to whack off to Lisa Lampanelli. Good night.